In a society bombarded by endless chatter, one might wonder, can we truly be valued without speaking a word? Can we discern the genuine worth and intentions of others, all without relying on verbal communication? Stoicism, a profound ancient philosophy, affirms that we can. It teaches us that true courage, a pivotal human virtue, manifests not through words but through our actions. Join us today as we embark on a transformative journey. You'll learn to not only recognize your own worth but also to set an example that resonates with those around you. Stick with us to the end for actionable insights that will fortify your resolve in any challenge life throws your way. If you're new here, please support our mission by subscribing and hitting the like button. Your engagement helps us continue to bring these timeless teachings into the spotlight. Let's get started. 1. Present yourself with dignity. In the pursuit of being valued without uttering a word, Stoicism teaches us to first and foremost present ourselves with dignity. This idea transcends mere aesthetics and ventures deeply into the essence of our behavior and choices. When I speak of dignity, I'm not referring to an unreachable ideal but to an accessible virtue, grounded in self-respect and integrity. To embody dignity, consider how you interact with the world around you. It's tempting to mold ourselves into what we believe others want to see. We dress in a way that's in vogue, adopt popular opinions, and frequent the right places, all in a bid to garner approval. However, Stoic wisdom challenges us to reconsider where true dignity originates. It's not in the outward displays, but in the authenticity of our actions and the consistency of our values. Imagine you're witnessing a scene at a cafe. Two people on a date, one person ostentatiously dressed, their every action calculated to impress, while the other exudes a quiet confidence, at ease with who they are. The latter, not the former, is more likely to make a memorable impact. This simple observation underscores the power of authenticity, a core tenet of presenting yourself with dignity. Stoics believe that living with integrity and self-respect naturally commands the respect of others. If you are genuinely passionate about something, let that enthusiasm be evident without the facade of pretense. Being comfortable and confident in your own skin signals to others that you value yourself, which in turn teaches them to value you as well. Self-respect is foundational here. The way you treat yourself not only shapes your self-image, but also sets a benchmark for how others are likely to treat you. If you hold yourself in high esteem, care for your well-being, and respect your own time and emotions, you are making a clear statement to the world. I am deserving of respect and expect to be treated accordingly. This ethos extends beyond mere self-perception and into the realm of interpersonal relationship. How do you react under pressure? Do you compromise your principles to fit in, or do you stand your ground? You don't have to be flawless. After all, every human being has their share of foibles and missteps. What matters is how you handle these moments. Stoicism doesn't demand perfection. It advocates for resilience, the ability to maintain your dignity even when circumstances are challenging. To integrate this into everyday life, start by setting clear, healthy boundaries in your relationships. Communicate openly about what you are willing and unwilling to tolerate. This doesn't just safeguard your emotional well-being, it also fosters a mutual respect that enhances the quality of your interactions. Furthermore, learn to comfortably say no to engagements that conflict with your values or drain your energy. Such choices reinforce your commitment to your principles and demonstrate a loyalty to yourself that others can only admire. Lastly, consider the way you interact with others on a daily basis. Simple acts of kindness and respect can profoundly affect the nature of your interactions. When you acknowledge the humanity of everyone you meet and show empathy for their situations, you not only enrich your own experiences, but also elevate those of others around you. In recognizing and valuing our own dignity, we cultivate a presence that exudes confidence and self-assurance. This not only influences how others perceive and treat us, but also engenders a positive cycle of respect and appreciation. Let's ask ourselves, how can we further embody this dignified presence in all aspects of our lives? By doing so, we not only uplift ourselves but also inspire those around us, to embrace their inherent worth. The journey towards being valued without saying a word starts with how you value yourself. Embrace your inherent worth and watch as the world reflects that respect back to you. 2. Know your worth. You're a gem, rare and invaluable. Yet, not everyone recognizes this unique brilliance. Does it make the gem any less valuable? Absolutely not. And the same applies to you. Let's face it, in our hyper-connected world, it's easy to measure our worth by likes, comments, or the number of friend requests we receive. However, Stoicism invites us to shift our focus from external approval to internal validation. What if you viewed yourself through the lens of your intrinsic virtues, rather than the fleeting judgments of others? Imagine the freedom and peace that would follow from such a shift. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not external events. Understand this and you will find strength." How profound is that in the context of understanding your own worth? Now think about this. Are you kind? Honest? Do you live in a manner that you are proud of? These are the metrics that truly define your worth, not someone's inability to see your value. Stoicism teaches us that our self-esteem should be rooted in our actions and virtues, not the fickle opinions of others. This philosophy encourages us to reflect deeply on our qualities, those that resonate with our core. It's not merely about being a good person outwardly, but feeling genuinely good about the values we uphold. But let's get realistic for a moment. We all face rejection, feel overlooked, or think we're not good enough at times. How do you handle these moments? Stoicism doesn't ask us to ignore these feelings, but to use them as a catalyst for self-reflection and growth. Each time you feel undervalued, ask yourself, what are my strengths? What values do I cherish? By doing so, you're not seeking arrogance, but affirming your worth quietly, confidently. Here's a practical Stoic exercise. When you next face a challenging situation or feel belittled, pause. Reflect on your strengths and virtues instead of spiraling into self-doubt. This isn't about proving your worth to others, but affirming it to yourself. This daily practice of self-affirmation and reflection builds a resilient foundation for self-esteem that does not waver with the opinions of others. It's crucial, especially in relationships, to appreciate and recognize your own worth. Understanding that your value does not diminish because someone fails to see it is empowering. How do you nurture this understanding daily? Each morning, remind yourself of your intrinsic worth, independent of external validation. This is a journey of self-acceptance where you realize that true value lies within your actions and the authenticity of your character. As we delve deeper into this journey of self-discovery, we learn to appreciate our unique qualities and virtues. Recognizing that our worth is not contingent upon external validation allows us to live with confidence and integrity. It's a gradual process, but each step forward in this journey of self-awareness brings us closer to realizing our true value. So, as we wrap up today's discussion, I invite you to ponder this. How might your life change if you fully embraced your intrinsic worth, independent of external recognition? What strength could you draw from this realization? Remember, you are worthy of love and respect simply for being who you are, not for what others perceive you to be. This Stoic philosophy of self-worth is not just about understanding your value. It's about living it every day, in every interaction. It's about building a life where you can stand firmly in the knowledge of your own worth. As we continue this journey together, let's keep exploring these truths, letting them guide us in the constant flow of life. 3. Acting with boundaries. In an age where words are plentiful but genuine actions are rare, the adage, "Don't tell me, show me," resonates deeply, especially when it comes to establishing personal boundaries. This concept, though seemingly straightforward, forms the bedrock upon which trust and respect are built in any relationship. Imagine you assert that you won't tolerate being treated poorly. The real test, however, isn't in your declaration, but in your response when put to the test. It is here, in these crucial moments, where the true essence of your boundaries, and indeed your character, is revealed. Boundaries are more than verbal assertions. They are principles demonstrated through consistent action. For instance, consider a scenario where honesty is a core value, and someone deceives you. The manner in which you address this betrayal, perhaps by calmly discussing the issue or choosing to step away, speaks volumes about your commitment to your boundaries. Such actions reflect self-respect and command respect from others, aligning perfectly with Stoic teachings. As the philosopher Epictetus succinctly put it, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This principle underscores the Stoic belief that our power lies in our reactions, not in external circumstances. The true test of boundaries often comes not from monumental challenges, but through the everyday interactions that quietly shape our lives. How do you react when someone cancels on you last minute, or when you are taken for granted? Each reaction is a brushstroke in the painting of your life, signaling to those around you what will and will not be tolerated. It's about the subtle art of communicating your values through your actions, thereby setting the tone for the kinds of relationships you choose to nurture. Moreover, mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and engaged in the now, enhances our ability to maintain these boundaries. It involves a deep dive into the current moment, attentively observing thoughts, emotions, and reactions as they arise. This practice fosters self-awareness, allowing us to consistently evaluate whether our actions reflect our true selves or if they are swayed by external pressures. Through mindfulness, we become attuned to our internal compass, guiding our decisions and interactions according to our deepest values and principles. This ongoing process of self-evaluation and mindful awareness brings clarity and conviction to our actions. It helps us identify when we feel compromised and empowers us to make adjustments that protect our emotional well-being and integrity. Such practices are not merely about setting limits, but about understanding and respecting our own needs and values as we interact with the world. Adopting a Stoic approach to boundaries does not entail rigidity. Rather, it involves a flexible adherence to one's values that is responsive to varying situations. This balanced perspective helps establish an internal compass that guides us, not through imposition, but through reflection and understanding. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." By living in accordance with our principles, we naturally command respect and cultivate genuine relationships grounded in mutual respect. In today's complex social landscape, living stoically with clear boundaries is not just a personal stance, but a profound statement of self-respect and assurance. It signals to others that you are someone who not only knows your worth but also respects it enough to enforce it when necessary. This approach does more than create respect. It fosters a sense of self-esteem and confidence, positioning you as a beacon of integrity and authenticity in a world often mired in confusion and inconsistency. Thus, in the pursuit of being valued without uttering a single word, let your life be a testament to your values. Let each action you take be a reflection of your principles, and in doing so, you will find that the respect you command is equal to the respect you exhibit. In the words of the great Stoic Seneca, our deeds determine us as much as we determine our deeds. Remember, the ultimate measure of your boundaries is not the words you speak but the actions you live by. 4. Commanding attention. Through attentiveness, cultivating a presence marked by quiet strength holds profound value. It's not the loud gestures or attention-grabbing antics that truly draw others to us. Rather, it's the ability to radiate focus and demonstrate genuine interest in those around us. When you actively listen to someone, making consistent eye contact and asking thoughtful questions, you're not just participating in a conversation, you're valuing it. This kind of engagement shows that you respect others' thoughts and experiences, fulfilling a deep human need for connection. Reflect on the words of Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Consider this not just as a call to action, but as a reflection on the impact of your silent demeanor. Your presence alone can communicate the quality of your character, speaking louder than any words could. Let me share a story from modern life that embodies this principle. Sarah, a project manager known more for her quiet demeanor than her speeches at the company meetings. During a crucial project briefing, instead of dominating the conversation, Sarah chose to listen intently to her team's ideas and concerns. She made eye contact, nodded in understanding, and asked insightful questions that prompted her team to think deeper and refine their approach. Her attentiveness not only boosted her team's morale, but also led to innovative solutions that significantly benefited the project. Sarah's leadership style, marked not by overt dominance but by respectful engagement, earned her immense respect and proved essential in the project's success. Now ask yourself, how often do you truly listen to those around you? How can you demonstrate respect for others' ideas and make them feel valued without saying a word? As you reflect on these questions, remember that the essence of Stoic wisdom isn't found in grand gestures, but in the consistent, quiet actions that define our character day by day. The practice of attentiveness isn't just a technique for personal development. It's a form of respect that enriches both our lives and those of others. The Stoic lesson here is clear. Commanding attention isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the most present. It's about showing others that they are seen and heard, that they matter. By fostering this type of environment, you don't just exist within a community, you enhance it, creating a space where true value and respect are abundantly clear. This is the silent power of attentiveness, a cornerstone of Stoic practice that continues to resonate through the ages. 5. Embracing what you can't control. Marcus Aurelius, a pivotal figure in Stoic philosophy, once declared, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This powerful statement underscores the essence of Stoic thought. Focus on governing your internal perspective, rather than attempting to control the external behavior of others. By mastering your reactions and adopting a perspective that values internal over external approval, you radiate an aura of quiet confidence and inherent strength. But what does it mean to truly embrace what you can't control? And how does this silent strength manifest in everyday interactions? Imagine walking into a room where tensions are high, people are visibly upset, and the atmosphere is charged with negative energy. By choosing to remain calm, composed, and unperturbed by the surrounding chaos, you emit an unspoken influence that often speaks louder than words. Your ability to maintain serenity in the face of adversity doesn't just elevate your stature in the eyes of others, it also fortifies your inner peace. Why, then, do we often find ourselves chasing after external validation? Why is the approval of others so alluring, yet so fleeting? When we hinge our value on the opinions of others, we become like leaves in the wind, unstable and erratic. Stoicism invites you to anchor yourself by fostering virtues like resilience, equanimity, and self-sufficiency. It encourages you to cultivate an inner citadel, impervious to the storms of external judgment. Let's reflect on this. How often do you find yourself reacting to someone else's mood or opinion? How might your life change if you instead focused on cultivating your inner virtues, regardless of external circumstances? Engaging with these questions is the first step in applying Stoic principles to increase your self-worth, without reliance on words. By internalizing and practicing Stoic teachings, you transform into an individual whose value is self-evident, needing no external affirmation. This path isn't about suppressing your voice, but about amplifying your presence through self-mastery and virtue. As you embody these principles, your very being will communicate your worth loudly and clearly in the absence of words. Thus, the Stoic practice of embracing what you cannot control not only liberates you from the need for verbal validation, but also enhances your influence and respect in every room you enter. This philosophy is not just about personal peace. It is about becoming a beacon of stability and reliability in a volatile world. As we continue this journey together, consider what aspects of your life you may be giving too much power to external forces. How can shifting your focus inward enrich not only your sense of value, but also your contribution to the world around you. Let's delve deeper into these reflections in our next discussion, and remember, as you cultivate your internal fortress, the world does not just see, but feels your silent strength and inherent worth. 6. The art of active listening. Active listening involves much more than merely hearing the words that are spoken. It requires full engagement with the speaker, paraphrasing to confirm understanding, asking questions that clarify and delve deeper, and genuinely striving to grasp the speaker's intent and emotions. This approach not only shows that you value the conversation, but also that you respect the person behind the words. Such respect is foundational in any meaningful interaction and is a testament to your character and integrity. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Applying this wisdom, active listening becomes a tool for personal growth and resilience. By choosing to listen attentively, even to those with whom you may vehemently disagree, you set a standard of conduct that refuses to lower itself to conflict and pettiness. Instead, it fosters an environment where learning and understanding flourish, allowing you to absorb a spectrum of viewpoints that can broaden your perspective and enhance your wisdom. This practice of active listening ties seamlessly into the Stoic philosophy of controlling what one can and accepting what one cannot. In the modern hustle of daily life, where misunderstandings and conflicts are rife due to poor communication, choosing to be an active listener can dramatically reduce these frictions. It allows you to navigate through life's challenges with grace and dignity, ensuring that your silence speaks louder than words ever could. By integrating active listening into your daily interactions, you embody the Stoic ideal that true value comes from within and is expressed through our actions. As Epictetus once stated, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Let this be a guiding principle in how you engage with the world, enhancing not just how others perceive you, but also how you perceive yourself. This shift towards listening more and speaking less can lead to a richer, more respected existence, marked by relationships built on solid foundations of mutual respect and understanding. Thus, by embracing the art of active listening, you embrace a life of value and wisdom, where every silent moment spent understanding others enhances your stature in their eyes and, most importantly, in your own. 7. Body language, the silent symphony of confidence. Your body language composes a silent symphony that broadcasts your inner state to the world around you. Consider how you stand, how you hold your gaze, and even how you smile. Each of these is an unspoken testament to your confidence, trustworthiness, and self-respect. People naturally gravitate towards those who exude an air of self-assurance, those who navigate their space with grace and dignity. Imagine walking into a room where everyone is a stranger, but before you even speak, the room feels welcoming. Your posture is upright, shoulders are relaxed yet open, mirroring the expansiveness you feel inside. As Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once insightfully noted, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." This quote encapsulates the essence of living boldly, reflected not just in your actions, but also in how you present yourself. By embodying the energy you wish to attract, you communicate a powerful message of confidence and positivity. Consider Sarah, a young entrepreneur who recently attended a major networking event. Unlike her peers who were aggressively pitching their ideas, Sarah chose a different path. She maintained steady eye contact, smiled genuinely, and her calm demeanor made her easily approachable. By the end of the evening, she had garnered significant interest from several potential investors, not merely for her business proposal, which was indeed compelling, but for the trust and respect she had silently communicated through her poise and self-assurance. Now, think about how you can apply these principles in your daily interactions. How might your body language change the way others perceive you? And more importantly, how might it change the way you perceive yourself? As we conclude, remember that your body language is your most potent yet silent communicator. It speaks volumes before you utter a single word. By adopting a posture that projects confidence and openness, You not only invite positive interactions but also begin to internalize these qualities yourself. Your silent symphony of confidence could be the key to living not just any life, but a life filled with value and purpose. How will you conduct your symphony today? What message do you want to project? And how will you ensure it is heard, loud and clear, even in your silence? 8. Leading by example, not by loud pronouncements. Leading by example rather than loud pronouncements is an essential tenet of Stoicism and a potent means of earning respect without uttering a single word. This profound concept underscores that real value is not derived from boastful declarations or ostentatious self-promotion. Instead, it emanates from a steadfast commitment to one's principles, manifested in daily actions. Imagine consistently embodying reliability, punctuality, and a commitment to excellence in every task you undertake. How powerful would it be if your actions alone could speak volumes about your character? Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, famously implored, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." These words invite us to reflect on our own lives. Are we merely discussing virtuous traits or are we living them? When you let your actions speak for themselves, embodying integrity and dedication, you become a living example of the virtues you espouse. This not only fosters personal growth, but also inspires those around you. Consider how your silent example might influence others. What changes might you see in your environment if you consistently acted with honor and diligence? Indeed, the impact of leading by example is profound. People naturally gravitate towards individuals who demonstrate ethical behavior and unwavering principles. Your quiet dedication can become a beacon of inspiration, silently earning you respect and admiration. But let's delve deeper. How does this silent leadership influence your personal and professional relationships? Do you notice a difference in how colleagues and friends respond to you when you embody these Stoic principles? Moreover, leading by example aligns with the Stoic focus on control. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions and reactions, recognizing that these are the true areas over which we have control. By concentrating on our behavior rather than attempting to control external perceptions through words, we align ourselves with Stoic wisdom. This approach not only simplifies our interactions, but also enhances our authenticity. In your journey through life, how often do you find yourself speaking more than acting? Are there areas where you could speak less and do more? By embracing the Stoic principle of leading by example, you not only enrich your own life, but also contribute positively to the lives of others around you. This silent form of leadership is not only about personal integrity, it's about setting a standard that encourages others to rise to their own best selves. Let us remember another Stoic giant, Epictetus, who said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." In the spirit of this guidance, I invite you to reflect on how you can embody the Stoic philosophy more fully in your daily life. What are the principles that you hold dear, and how can you live them out more fully starting today? Engage with these questions, share your thoughts, and let us explore together how silence can indeed speak louder than words. 9. Offering help without seeking recognition. In a world where actions often speak louder than words, the art of conveying value silently can be profoundly powerful. A simple act of kindness like holding the door for a stranger, offering a listening ear during a trying time, or lending a hand without being asked, can significantly uplift the spirits of those around you. These gestures, though small, are potent demonstrations of character that do not require grand pronouncements or rewards to be felt deeply. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once noted, "The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately." This timeless wisdom encourages you to seize the present moment and use it to make a positive impact. In the context of our modern hustle, where life often seems like a series of transactions, engaging in selfless acts is a refreshing deviation from the norm. It is these moments of unanticipated assistance that build genuine connections and foster a robust sense of trust and respect among peers. True value, particularly in the context of Stoicism, is not about vocal self-promotion or seeking accolades for one's deeds. Instead, it is about embodying the virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation in every interaction. By assisting others without the expectation of recognition, you demonstrate a profound understanding of justice, one of the cardinal virtues of Stoicism. You show that you value fairness and kindness over personal gain, which can speak volumes about your integrity and elevate your standing in the eyes of those around you. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, integrating these Stoic practices can provide a compass for meaningful engagement. Whether in the workplace or in personal relationships, the quiet yet impactful approach of offering help serves not only as a testament to one's character, but also enriches the lives of others. It's a reminder that sometimes the most influential actions are those performed not out of obligation, but from a genuine desire to make a difference. Incorporating a quote from Epictetus, another revered Stoic philosopher, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This insight complements the idea of silent value by suggesting that true richness comes from a contented, generous spirit rather than material accumulation. Applying this principle, we find that the less we focus on accumulating credit for ourselves, the more we contribute to a harmonious and supportive community. To conclude, conveying value without uttering a single word is a powerful testament to one's character and principles. It is an art that resonates deeply with the Stoic philosophy of living virtuously and without pretense. As we practice this art, let us remember that the most memorable and impactful gestures are often those that are made quietly, without fanfare, but with a heart full of generosity and kindness. Engage in acts of selfless help, not just as a strategy but as a way of life, and watch as the world opens up in gratitude and respect. 10. Mastering your reactions under pressure. In the whirlwind of our daily lives, the ability to remain calm and collected when faced with stress or confrontation isn't just a skill, it's a profound measure of personal value and strength. Picture yourself in a heated meeting or amidst a tense negotiation. Suddenly, criticisms come your way, or provocations spark around you. It's in these crucial moments that the essence of your character shines through. Instead of succumbing to an impulsive reaction, you take a deep breath, allowing the rush of emotions to settle, and then respond thoughtfully. This approach not only de-escalates the situation, but also preserves the integrity of your relationships and enhances your credibility. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher whose teachings resonate deeply even today, famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Embracing this mindset allows you to navigate life's storms with a serenity that influences and inspires those around you. Your ability to maintain composure in the face of adversity is a clear demonstration of your emotional intelligence and self-control, traits that are highly respected and valued in any personal or professional setting. Let's consider a modern-day scenario that many of us might encounter. You're leading a project at work and suddenly there's a major setback. The client is unhappy and your team is anxious. In this moment, you have a choice. Will you react hastily and fan the flames of tension? Or will you channel the wisdom of the Stoics and seek a constructive solution? By choosing the latter, you not only diffuse the immediate tension, but also set a powerful example for your team. Your leadership in such situations doesn't go unnoticed. It builds trust and admiration, further proving that silence, paired with deliberate action, often speaks louder than words. Now ask yourself, how often do you find your calm being tested? And in those moments, how do you respond? Reflecting on these questions can help you identify opportunities for personal growth and increased resilience. The practice of Stoicism teaches us that our reactions to external challenges can either fortify our inner peace or disrupt it. Every time you choose composure over chaos, you strengthen your ability to cope with future challenges more effectively. As you continue on your journey, remember that each stressful encounter is an opportunity to practice Stoicism in action. It's a chance to demonstrate that you are not swayed by external circumstances, but guided by reasoned choice. This ability to remain undisturbed by the storm around you not only adds to your personal value, but also makes you a pillar of strength for those in your circle. In closing, mastering your reactions under pressure is not merely about controlling your emotions. It is about recognizing that true strength lies in your response. Each time you face a challenge, you are presented with two paths: react with impulsiveness, which often leads to regret, or respond with wisdom, which builds respect and trust. The lessons here are clear. Value is shown not through words, but through the calm assurance of actions grounded in Stoic wisdom. Let this knowledge guide you as you navigate the complexities of life, and may your journey be marked by peace and resilience. 11. Setting boundaries with quiet dignity. In the quiet sanctuary of your resolve, embracing the art of saying no can be a profound statement of your principles and self-respect. This approach doesn't require grand gestures or verbose explanations. Instead, it relies on a calm, assertive refusal that resonates with the dignity of Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, a paragon of Stoic philosophy, once poignantly observed, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" This insight invites us to consider the power of our silent choices and the impact they have on our environment. When faced with requests or demands that clash with your values, or simply drain your reserves of energy, how do you respond? Do you find yourself reluctantly agreeing, fearing the repercussions of refusal? Stoicism teaches us that true respect comes from authentic interactions, and this includes the ability to assert your boundaries. By politely but firmly declining, you communicate your respect for both yourself and the requester by not engaging in actions that would lead to resentment or deceit. Think about the last time you agreed to something against your better judgment. What were the repercussions on your time, energy, and emotional well-being? Now, imagine handling that situation differently, armed with the tranquility of Stoic wisdom. A simple, "I appreciate your request, but I must decline," and can suffice. This not only preserves your energy, but also teaches others to value your time and commitments. It's a lesson in mutual respect delivered without a word wasted. Moreover, reflecting on the broader implications of your quiet boundaries can be enlightening. What does it mean to live a life aligned with Stoic principles? How can setting boundaries enhance not just your own life, but also influence those around you to consider their actions and requests more thoughtfully? These considerations open up a deeper dialogue about the influence of personal philosophy on everyday interactions. As you ponder these questions, remember that setting boundaries is not just about saying no. It's about affirming your life's priorities. Each decision to decline an unsuitable request is a brick in the fortress of your character, built not with mortar, but with the quiet strength of Stoic resolve. In doing so, you become a beacon of integrity, not swayed by the winds of convenience or societal pressure, but guided by a compass of personal virtue and wisdom. So I ask you, what boundaries will you set today, and how will they shape the tranquility and respect of your tomorrow? Engage with this thought, reflect on your experiences, and consider how embracing Stoic silence can lead to a life of respected boundaries and profound peace. 12. Prioritizing what matters most. In our unceasing quest for recognition and respect, the subtle art of commanding value without uttering a single word stands as a profound skill, particularly resonant within the principles of Stoicism. This practice, deeply rooted in ancient wisdom yet vibrantly applicable today, involves a clear alignment of your actions with your innermost values, creating a silent yet powerful statement of your worth. Prioritizing what matters most encapsulates this ethos perfectly. The modern world bombards us with endless distractions and superficial demands, urging us to spread our energies thinly and lose sight of our core pursuits. However, it's crucial to sift through this cacophony, to focus on what genuinely matters: our values, our goals, and our relationships. Marcus Aurelius, a luminary of Stoic philosophy, simplifies this with piercing clarity. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. His words underscore the importance of action over debate, of embodying virtues rather than merely extolling them. By placing your priorities where they resonate most deeply with your personal philosophy, your actions begin to speak volumes. This focused expression of your authentic self doesn't just carve your niche. It also magnetically attracts those who share or admire your principles. Picture a scenario where your presence alone, your demeanor, the respect you show to others, your calm in the face of chaos, tells more about your character than words ever could. This is the essence of being valued for who you are rather than what you say. The Stoics' journey in today's world emphasizes consistency between belief and behavior, which is foundational to personal magnetism. Imagine walking into a room and without speaking, you are respected. This respect comes not from fear or obligation, but from the authentic display of your commitment to your values. It's about the little choices we make every day, the moments when we choose the harder right over the easier wrong, or when we give our undivided attention to those speaking to us, not because we await our turn to speak, but because we truly value their words. In your everyday life, whether you are a leader in the boardroom, a community member, or at a family gathering, how you align your actions with your values speaks louder than any speech. Leadership expert John C. Maxwell captures this beautifully. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Extend this care not just through words, but through consistent value-driven actions, and watch as the world begins to value your silence as much as your words. Thus, to live stoically is to embrace the quiet power of one's actions guided by a well-considered set of values and principles. Each decision, each interaction, becomes a testament to your philosophy, earning you respect and admiration without the need for proclamations. As you go about your daily life, remember that the strongest statement you can make often comes not from your mouth, but from your manner. 13. Leaving a positive impact without seeking glory. In our fast-paced, attention-seeking world, the concept of true value often gets lost amidst the clamor for recognition and fame. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that real worth is not found in transient accolades, but in the positive effects we have on the world around us. How can you become a pillar of value respected and revered without ever needing to shout about your achievements? Consider this. Every day we have countless opportunities to mentor others, contribute to our communities, and foster positive change. These actions do not need to be grand, but they must be genuine and purposeful. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic wisdom, once remarked, "Do not seek to be the most important person, seek to be the best person you can be." This powerful statement underlines that your true legacy is not built on self-promotion, but rather on the lives you enrich and the uplifting change you bring about. Now think about Sarah, a mid-level manager in a bustling tech firm. In a competitive environment where everyone constantly vies for the spotlight, Sarah chooses a different path. She focuses on her team's growth, providing guidance and support without seeking credit. Her approach creates a ripple effect. Productivity soars, morale boosts, and her team members feel genuinely valued and empowered. Sarah's quiet strength and dedication speak volumes about her value, far louder than any words could. As we delve deeper into the Stoic philosophy, remember, these tenets are not about visible triumphs or personal glory. They emphasize the development of inner virtues, patience, humility, diligence, that naturally exude worth and garner respect. By embodying these qualities, you too can wield the silent power of influence and respect. Now let me ask you, how often do you pause to reflect on the silent impact of your actions? How can you, starting today, make changes that enrich not just your life but also those of others around you? By embracing these Stoic principles, you will discover that the strongest influence comes not from what we loudly declare, but from the quiet example we set. The journey of embodying true value is profound and transformative. It is not about being seen, but about seeing, recognizing the needs around us and responding with actions that speak louder than words. In conclusion, the path to being truly valued is marked not by the trails we shout across, but by the silent steps of consistent, benevolent actions that shape the world for the better. As you walk this path, reflect on the silent impact of your actions and strive to leave a legacy that is felt in hearts rather than seen on billboards. This is the essence of Stoic influence, a powerful, unspoken resonance that echoes through our actions and into the lives of others. 14. Allowing others to invest in you. Imagine you are not just present in someone's life but have become an irreplaceable part of their universe. This transformation isn't about clamoring for attention or affection, but about manifesting as a cherished and enriching presence in their lives. How, you might ask, can we achieve such a profound impact silently? It begins with allowing others to invest in us, to see and cherish our uniqueness and worth, transforming our role from a passing interest to a deeply appreciated presence. Think about it. What is easily obtained is often little valued. True appreciation, much like a fine sculpture, requires time, effort, and dedication. When people invest their emotions, time, and energy into their relationship with you, a robust and enduring bond is formed. This principle echoes the words of Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who famously said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." It's in these trials, these investments of others in us, that our true value is not only revealed but also enhanced. Reflect on the relationship between Alexander the Great and his mentor Aristotle. Aristotle was not just imparting knowledge, he was an indispensable guide to strategic thinking and governance for Alexander. This relationship went beyond the transactional. It was transformative, illustrating that the value of teaching and mentorship transcends conventional learning. Alexander realized the immense worth of Aristotle's guidance and dedicated time and effort to absorb it, a testament to the principle that our value increases through others' recognition and commitment to us. Now, as we consider our own lives, how do we encourage others to invest in us and recognize our worth? It's not through overt demands or displays, but through embodying virtues that invite respect and admiration. By practicing honesty, integrity, and authenticity, we not only uphold our values but also inspire others to engage deeply with us, nurturing mutual growth and understanding. This virtuous cycle enriches our interactions and solidifies bonds of trust and respect, creating a shared journey that is both meaningful and enduring. Moreover, adopting a Stoic mindset helps us approach life's challenges with calm and balance, fostering an intrinsic connection with ourselves and enhancing our interactions with others. These relationships, rooted in authenticity and mutual respect, are not just supportive but transformative, empowering us to become architects of our own happiness and fulfillment. How often do we pause to reflect on the quality of our presence in others' lives? Are we like fleeting shadows, easily ignored, or are we more like the lighthouse, guiding and valuable? Always remember, as we practice these principles and encourage others to invest in us, we not only enrich our relationships but also advance toward a more profound, rewarding life. True growth comes from constant reflection and diligent practice of these principles. Now, I invite you to think about the relationships in your life. How can you encourage others to invest more deeply in you? And what steps will you take to increase your own value in their eyes? By understanding and applying these Stoic teachings, we learn to cultivate relationships that are not only enduring, but also deeply fulfilling, charting a course towards not just being seen but being truly valued. 15. Virtue in relationships. In the realm of romantic relationships, the practice of virtue extends far beyond the basic tenets of honesty, loyalty, compassion, and respect. It encompasses a commitment to continually strive to be the best versions of ourselves, both individually and as partners. Such a commitment invites us to deepen our understanding of honesty, not merely as clear communication, but as a manifestation of our true selves, complete with virtues and areas ripe for improvement. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once advised, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. By embodying honesty, we create a nurturing environment of mutual trust that promotes both personal and collective growth. Loyalty in a relationship marked by virtue is not confined to emotional and physical fidelity. It also embodies a steadfast commitment to support our partner through all of life's trials and triumphs. Loyalty means being a dependable presence, ready to offer a shoulder to lean on or a hand to hold during challenging times. This type of loyalty fosters a partnership where both individuals feel secure and valued, enhancing the strength and resilience of the relationship. Compassion in a virtuous relationship calls for an empathetic understanding of our partner's perspective. It requires us to place ourselves in their shoes, recognizing and responding to their emotional experiences with sensitivity and care. This compassion is pivotal in cultivating a relationship where each partner feels truly seen and understood. Respect serves as the cornerstone of a virtuous relationship. It is about more than acknowledgement. It's about appreciating the inherent worth of our partner and supporting their personal and professional growth. Active listening, understanding, and collaborative decision-making are all facets of respect that contribute to a thriving relationship. By expressing gratitude and appreciation for our partner's efforts, we reinforce the emotional bond and connection between us, laying the foundation for a partnership characterized by deep affection and mutual understanding. Ultimately, embodying virtue in a relationship means living by the highest moral and ethical standards and fostering an atmosphere where honesty, loyalty, compassion, and respect flourish. This foundation paves the way for a profound and enduring connection, one that thrives on mutual support and shared growth. In today's fast-paced world, where relationships can be tested by external pressures and internal conflicts, these principles of Stoicism provide a timeless guide to nurturing a loving and resilient partnership. By adopting these virtues, we not only enhance our relationships, but also bring out the best in ourselves and our partners, making every interaction meaningful and every moment cherished. 16. Don't completely center your life around another person. In a world where our interactions often push us to prioritize others' opinions and desires, it's essential to remember the power and importance of steering your own course. Let's consider this. How can you increase your worth and presence without uttering a single word? It starts by not making someone else the center of your universe. In doing so, you embrace a profound piece of Stoic wisdom. No one can harm you without your consent. This maxim, deeply rooted in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, empowers you to safeguard your inner peace and emotional independence against the pervasive sway of external judgments and critical opinions. Taking ownership of your mind and emotions is not merely about resistance, but about profound self-reflection and authenticity. Embodying this Stoic principle transforms you into the master of your destiny. When you live unapologetically true to yourself and undeterred by the fear of external judgment, your self-esteem and self-respect naturally flourish. You become inherently more valuable to those around you, not because you seek their approval, but because you are unswervingly yourself. This philosophy doesn't only apply to our individual journeys but extends significantly into how we form and maintain relationships, particularly romantic ones. True strength in a relationship comes from aligning it with your core values. Values like honesty, trust, mutual respect, and equality. Reflect on these values. How do they show up in your life? How do they influence your relationships? Consider a relationship built on the cornerstone of transparency and open communication, where decisions are made not out of convenience or coercion, but from a place of deep personal integrity. Sometimes this alignment might necessitate tough choices like setting firm boundaries or stepping away from a relationship that fails to meet your ethical standards. By committing to these values consistently, you not only foster your integrity, but also create an environment ripe for mutual growth and respect. Now imagine your relationship as a mirror, reflecting your values through your actions. If loyalty is what you value, then fidelity and trustworthiness become your guiding principles. If generosity is your creed, then kindness and support define your interactions. This alignment between belief and behavior doesn't just solidify your character in the eyes of your partner. It strengthens the entire foundation of your relationship. When both partners live authentically, guided by their values, the relationship naturally becomes more robust and trustworthy. Challenges will arise, as they do in any relationship, but with a clear set of values as your compass, you can navigate through conflicts with grace and respect, making decisions that uphold your principles and foster constructive resolutions. So, as you move forward, ask yourself, how do my values shape my life and my relationships? Are you living in a way that's consistent with what you truly believe? By committing to these principles, not only do you enhance your own life, but you also enrich the lives of those around you, crafting relationships that are not only enduring but also empowering. In essence, to be valued without saying a word is to live with integrity and purpose. It's about making your actions so aligned with your true self that your silence speaks volumes. And in this quiet resolve, you find not just value, but a voice that resonates more profoundly than words ever could. Let this be the lesson you carry forward, that your greatest strength lies not in what you say, but in how authentically you live your values every day. The importance of self-worth. Self-worth is a crucial aspect in defining and developing oneself. It involves how we assess and believe in our abilities, qualities, and value. The importance of self-worth can be seen through the following aspects. First, meeting needs. In the relentless pursuit of our goals, the fulfillment of our potential, or simply the endeavor to live a healthy life, it's common to find ourselves grappling with an extensive to-do list. This myriad of tasks and achievements can often become overwhelming, yet it's essential to understand that at the heart of such striving lies a fundamental aspect of our well-being, our self-worth. Recognizing our own value is more than a practice of self-assurance. It's a crucial tool that empowers us to discern precisely what we want and need out of life. By truly appreciating our worth, we pave the way for making choices that align authentically with our deepest selves, thereby effectively meeting our own needs. Think about it. How often have you found yourself agreeing to commitments that don't resonate with who you are or what you truly desire? It's a common scenario in a world that often values productivity over personal well-being. Consider the story of Jamie, a dedicated software developer who dreamt of creating a revolutionary tech product. Burdened by the daily grind and pressing deadlines, Jamie lost sight of her initial passion. It wasn't until she faced a burnout that she realized she was neglecting her most fundamental needs: creativity, autonomy, and personal growth. Jamie's turning point came when she decided to realign her goals with her core values, a decision that not only reignited her passion, but also led her to develop a groundbreaking app that significantly improved user accessibility and technology. Her story exemplifies the transformative power of understanding and valuing one's self-worth. Jamie's experience raises an important question for all of us. Are we making choices that truly meet our inner needs and reflect our value? As we navigate through this discussion, it's vital to keep in mind that self-worth should not be mistaken for self-centeredness. It is about honoring ourselves in a way that fosters growth and enrichment, not just for us, but also for those around us. When we understand our value, we're more likely to engage in activities that contribute positively to our environment and to cultivate relationships that are nurturing and reciprocal. So as we conclude, let's reflect on what we've explored today. The journey to recognizing one's self-worth is both challenging and rewarding. It involves introspection, honesty, and sometimes the courage to make significant changes. From Jamie's story, we learn the importance of aligning our actions with our values and the profound impact this alignment has on our overall fulfillment and effectiveness in life. In your own journey, how will you ensure that your daily choices reflect your true worth and help you meet your deepest needs? Remember, every decision you make is a testament to your value. Let this understanding guide you as you continue to strive for a meaningful and balanced life. Second, solving problems confidently. A healthy sense of self-worth is akin to wearing armor. It doesn't make us invincible, but it equips us to handle life's slings and arrows with grace and resilience. Think about the last time you were confronted with a difficult situation. Did you feel overwhelmed or capable? The difference often lies in how we view our own capabilities and value. With a strong self-image, we not only approach problems with confidence but also embrace the possibility of mistakes as part of the learning process. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This sentiment underscores the Stoic belief that our reactions, fueled by our self-perception, define the outcome of any challenge. But how can we foster this indispensable self-worth? It begins with understanding and affirming your intrinsic value, independent of external accomplishments or validations. Consider this: what aspects of your character make you valuable and unique? Reflecting on these qualities can fortify your sense of self and equip you to meet life's challenges with a calm and focused demeanor. Moreover, a strong self-worth influences not only our resilience but also our interactions with others. When we recognize our own value, we are more likely to assert our needs and boundaries confidently. This self-assurance is not about arrogance. Rather, it's about acknowledging our worth and the worth of others. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic emperor, advised, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." In essence, embody the virtues you believe in and act in ways that align with your deep-seated values. Now I invite you to ponder a question. When was the last time you acknowledged your own strengths and virtues in the face of adversity? Engaging with this question can lead you to appreciate your self-worth and encourage you to apply this understanding in everyday scenarios. This is not a one-time reflection, but a continuous journey of self-discovery and affirmation. Let's carry this dialogue forward, exploring how the principles of Stoicism not only help us build a resilient self-image, but also teach us to navigate the ebbs and flows of life with serenity and strength. Remember, each challenge is an opportunity to reaffirm our self-worth and our ability to overcome difficulties with wisdom and grace. By embracing our inherent worth, we empower ourselves to meet any challenge with confidence and poise, paving the way for a life of fulfillment and inner peace. As we continue to explore these themes, I encourage you to keep reflecting on your journey, your values, and the Stoic wisdom that guides us. Each step in understanding and applying these principles can profoundly impact how we view ourselves and how we interact with the world around us. So, as you move forward, consider how your sense of self-worth shapes your interactions, your decisions, and your path through life. What changes might you make to enhance this perception, and how might these changes alter your approach to future challenges? In our next session, we'll delve deeper into specific Stoic practices that can help cultivate a strong sense of self-worth and explore further how this vital trait influences our decision-making processes, relationships, and personal growth. Stay tuned and remember, the journey to greater self-understanding and resilience is ongoing and ever-evolving. Third, decisiveness. In today's bustling world, recognizing one's self-worth is more than just an introspective journey. It is a pivotal skill that can dramatically shape our decisions and trajectories. This notion is especially crucial for men aged 30 to 65, as they navigate through varied phases of life where self-assurance is often tested. Marcus Aurelius once stated, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking." This perspective from Stoicism not only underscores the significance of self-awareness, but also ties it directly to the practical aspects of our daily endeavors. When we grasp the full measure of our worth, we inherently foster a confidence in our abilities, serving as a bedrock upon which we can build sound and unswayed decisions. This understanding allows us to confidently sift through life's myriad options, discarding those that are misaligned with our true selves. By doing so, we conserve valuable time and energy that might otherwise be wasted on indecision or on pursuits that diverge from our core values. Take, for instance, the process of decision-making in the modern corporate setting, a scenario familiar to many. Armed with a strong sense of self-worth, a leader can make choices that are not only efficient, but also incredibly effective, steering projects or teams toward success without being hindered by the cacophony of external opinions. This clarity and decisiveness are what separates the exceptional from the merely competent. As Epictetus eloquently put it, "If you wish to be a writer, write. This direct approach is a testament to the power of knowing one's worth and acting accordingly. Actions speak louder than words, and a decisive character speaks volumes. Moreover, this strength of character derived from understanding our self-worth aligns closely with the principles of Stoicism, which teaches us to focus on our internal state, rather than external circumstances. In a world that's constantly changing, having this internal compass is not just beneficial but essential. It equips us to handle personal and professional challenges with a poised demeanor, ensuring that our actions are dictated by what we hold true and valuable, not by fleeting trends or the expectations of others. In conclusion, as we continue to evolve in a complex world, the importance of recognizing our self-worth becomes ever more apparent. It's not only about knowing who we are, but also about making decisions that faithfully reflect this knowledge. This alignment between self-awareness and action is what defines a fulfilled and purposeful life. So, let each decision you make be a reflection of your inherent worth, and let your actions continually resonate with the core principles of Stoicism. Remember, in the wise words of Seneca, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. This message is particularly resonant today, urging us to cherish and rely on the abundance within, rather than seeking validation or direction from outside sources. Fourth, maintaining healthier relationships. When we truly embrace who we are, it paves the way for more authentic and transparent interactions with everyone around us. This deep-seated comfort with our genuine selves enhances our ability to be openly honest, a vital ingredient in nurturing healthier relationships, whether it's in the workplace, among friends, or within the fabric of our families. Think about it. When you truly value and appreciate yourself, you naturally cultivate relationships grounded in respect, trust, and mutual understanding. Understanding and maintaining self-worth is not just beneficial for personal development, it significantly influences our success and happiness in life. Remember, the journey to building and maintaining a strong sense of self-worth is ongoing. It demands consistent self-care, heightened self-awareness, and continuous personal development. But how does this look in the hustle and bustle of modern life? Consider Jamie, a project manager juggling tight deadlines and a team that looks up to her for guidance. Amid this chaos, Jamie found her projects floundering, team morale was low, and her personal life was no sanctuary either. The turnaround began at an unlikely professional development workshop, where the focus was on building self-worth. Jamie learned the hard way that neglecting her own needs and self-value affected not just her professional output, but her personal relationships as well. She started setting aside time for self-reflection, which allowed her to realign her goals with her personal values, leading to a remarkable improvement in her professional relationships and team performance. Now, why do you think recognizing your own worth is pivotal in every aspect of life? When we don't value ourselves, we compromise on the quality of our relationships, settling for less than we deserve or withholding our true selves for fear of judgment. It's essential to remember that our relationship with ourselves sets the tone for every other relationship in our lives. So as you move forward, think about the relationships you cherish. Are they as fulfilling as they could be? Are you as open and honest as you should be? These questions aren't just rhetorical, they're a call to action. Reflect on them, discuss them with friends, or bring them up in your next family gathering. The dialogue you start could be the catalyst for change in not only your life but also the lives of those around you. In conclusion, never underestimate the power of self-worth. It is the backbone of personal achievement and the secret to a happier, more successful life. By fostering a strong sense of self-value, you ensure that every relationship you build is not just maintained but thrives on the principles of mutual respect and understanding. This isn't just about feeling good about yourself. It's about creating a life that feels good from the inside out. A life where you can proudly stand by every decision and every relationship you cultivate. Remember, the way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. Elevate your self-worth and watch as the world rises to meet you. 6 ways to continually increase your personal value, success, and wealth in 2024. Skills that were common yesterday may be replaced tomorrow, and experiences that were crucial in the past can quickly become outdated. It's important to develop yourself every day. Recently, a topic has been gaining attention on social media. In 2024, how can one stay stable and not be affected by life's risks? One response that caught attention was, enhance your personal value. Don't let yourself become outdated. In this ever-changing world, skills that were common yesterday can be replaced tomorrow. Experiences that were decisive in the past can quickly become obsolete. Those who stand still are usually the first to be eliminated. Only by pushing yourself to break through can you develop. It's time to start planning for yourself. Here are 6 ways to increase your personal value to help you grow more in 2024. The more you enhance your personal value, the greater the opportunities and money you will earn. The greater your personal value, the more money you will make. 1. High focus. There's a saying, even the most capable person might achieve nothing if distracted by too many things. Conversely, even the weakest can accomplish something as long as he concentrates his efforts on a single goal. When Haruki Murakami writes novels, he always maintains this habit. He wakes up at 4 a.m. every day, sits in front of his computer, and starts writing for 4 or 5 hours. During this time, he meets no one, is undisturbed by anything, and focuses solely on his task, writing. This focus has helped him achieve great success in novel writing and become a renowned author. It is said that focus, love, and complete dedication to what you desire will be rewarded. By eliminating worries and concentrating your mind, you should put all your attention on the most important things. To improve your focus, you can also consider the following 3 methods. First, set goals, avoid distractions by multitasking, and develop a habit of focusing when you work. Second, stay away from mobile phones, try to eliminate distractions from irrelevant information, and focus your mind on your work. Third, plan clearly. Allocate time for each task and strive to complete the task within the scheduled time. As mentioned, focus leads to success, and professionalism leads to excellence. Only by continuously training your focus and dedication can you develop your true skills and gradually widen the gap with others. 2. Do not procrastinate. Take action. In the past year, have you experienced situations like these? Wanting to enrich your vision and intellect, so you buy many books but end up not opening any, or wanting to train your body and buying a gym membership but never going to the gym? Always dreaming but not acting will leave you stuck in a bad state. A writer once received a private message from a reader. The reader asked for advice. How can I write a good novel and become a writer? The writer asked, what have you written? The reader replied, I haven't written anything, I'm still learning. I'm currently reading a guide on writing novels. After reading the message, the writer responded, before a person gets into the water, no matter how many swimming manuals he reads, it's useless. You can only learn to swim by getting into the water and starting to practice first. Writing is the same. Only by writing first can you create a good work. Whether a person can succeed or not does not depend on their intelligence or elaborate plans, but on whether they take action on those plans. If you want to improve your ability to act, you may consider the following 3 points. First, overcome procrastination and complete tasks today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Second, when you decide to do something, take action immediately. Third, whenever you accomplish a goal, you should reasonably motivate yourself to stimulate enthusiasm for action. Life will not reward what you want to do, but only what you do. In 2024, don't waste time and energy hesitating and worrying. Learn to enhance your execution ability and act first. As long as you are on the path, you will increasingly approach your goal. 3. Self-reflection. Someone said, ordinary people can greatly improve their abilities through training. The method is very simple and user-friendly, which is continuous review. Training and reflection are the quickest ways to achieve personal development. Only through regular introspection can you identify and correct your own mistakes and shortcomings. There is a formula: reflection plus pain, progress. By regularly reflecting and reviewing your life, you can avoid detours and develop. In the new year, learn to identify the causes of every failure and success, accumulate experience, and continuously improve yourself. In 2024, take a few minutes each day to review your experiences, transforming them into knowledge and continuing to strengthen yourself through reflection. 4. Enhancing thinking, not following the crowd. Seeing that short videos are popular, I rushed to make one. Hearing that the stock market was profitable, I started trading stocks. Seeing others quit their jobs to sell online, I jumped in too. The result is that we become increasingly blind, not only failing to learn but also disrupting our own lives. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect, said Mark Twain. Those who blindly follow are always exhausted, but only those who think for themselves and have their own opinions can control their lives. In 2024, do the following 3 things to enhance your thinking ability. 1. Always be curious. When you have the will to seek knowledge, you will actively think about the underlying causes behind events and issues. 2. Learn to question and challenge and never fully trust the information you see or hear. 3. Ask yourself more questions. For anything, you can ask questions from various angles and think about the answers. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. Learning to free your mind and develop the habit of deep thinking is the first step to advancing in life. 5. Never stop learning. Chinese journalist and entrepreneur Luo Zhenyu said, "Lifelong learning is the only way to defeat death at 30. In today's rapidly advancing technological age, if you do not feel a sense of urgency and rest on your laurels, you will ultimately be left behind. Only by continuing to learn and absorb new knowledge can you keep yourself on the path of development." Lu Qi, former president of Baidu, spends 5 hours each week studying the best articles in science and technology. In an internal meeting, he told his staff, "You must persevere in learning daily and live a different life each day. Treat yourself like software or a piece of code. Today's version must be better than yesterday's, and tomorrow's will surely be better than today's." It is this continuous absorption of external knowledge that has helped him continuously enhance his capabilities and achieve success in his career. By turning continuous learning into a habit and practicing it throughout your life, you can seize opportunities and make significant advancements. To improve your learning ability, you can start with the following 3 points. 1. Have an open mind. Be ready to embrace the new and continuously absorb new knowledge to not miss new opportunities for growth. 2. Have the courage to step out of your comfort zone, explore new boundaries in your abilities, and delve into the trenches of your life. 3. Explore more channels. Beyond books, you can also participate in online courses and utilize various media outlets. Only with a wider scope of engagement can you learn more new knowledge. In the new year, learn how to upgrade yourself. Only by continuously improving your skills can you navigate through various crises in life and progress further. 6. Self-healing. Self-healing is crucial. If you know how to heal your own wounds, there will be no obstacle in life that you cannot overcome. Perhaps you faced failures in the past year and life has been tough. In 2024, take the following 3 steps to learn how to heal and repair yourself. 1. Stop complaining and face life's challenges. Do not blame others. Confronting and calmly accepting your situation is the first step to self-healing. 2. Maintain a positive and optimistic attitude no matter how bad things seem, as they will gradually improve. 3. Rely on yourself in everything and learn how to heal your own wounds. Only through your own strength can you pull yourself out of the abyss of suffering. When you heal the wounds within and overcome current difficulties, good things will come your way. Message: an oak tree is harvested for its bark for the first time only after 25 years. with subsequent harvests occurring every 8 to 14 years as new layers of bark form. After these renewals, when the quality is sufficient, it can be made into cork. Likewise, in life, you must continuously reinvent yourself to always be able to grow. In 2024, cultivate these 6 abilities. Learn how to self-discipline when you are at your peak, and learn how to heal your wounds when you are at your lowest. From now on, every day focus on personal growth, deepen your capabilities, and allow yourself to continue increasing in value. As we bring this episode to a close, I extend my deepest thanks to you for joining me on this enlightening exploration into how Stoic principles can enhance our presence and value in relationships without uttering a single word. I trust that the strategies and perspectives shared today have not only broadened your understanding, but also equipped you with practical tools to cultivate deeper connections silently and meaningfully. I encourage you to reflect on these principles and integrate them into your daily interactions. Think about how adopting a Stoic demeanor can transform your relationships and increase your intrinsic value in the eyes of others. How might you apply today's insights to become more valued, even in silence? Please share your thoughts or a personal commitment to applying these Stoic principles in your life in the comments below with the phrase, "I am a Stoic." Let's engage in a vibrant discussion about the impact these changes have on our interactions and overall life satisfaction. Remember, your journey towards personal growth and enhanced relational value is a continuous process that flourishes with practice and perseverance. Thank you for your engagement, and I look forward to delving deeper into these transformative ideas in our next video on Stoic in your life.